Yay, welcome back all to another Pilferpup live art stream here on YouTube. So we're going to continue working on those storyboards from yesterday, and it's going to be great. I'm going to let some people know, play some music, and then we'll get into it. We're going to do some line art and then work on these backgrounds. They look pretty good, so it'll be fun. Enjoy. I know I'm not wearing my headphones again. I work a lot better when there's no music playing, as we discussed yesterday. It's pretty fun. Free! Welcome, welcome. Loki! Breaks down the door with a bunch of shurikens. Oh my gosh, you've gone full ninja at this point. Goldfish, how you doing, friend? Pilfer, I made a new drawing and I already posted it. Ooh, nice. It's fluffy hair, Justin. You're right, it is. My hair is so froofy. I should probably get a haircut again at some point. I do need to do that. Yeah. Alright, so we're working on this one. Oh yeah, I forgot to post it on Twitter as well. Oops. Get the nice thumbnail going. Wow. Very nice. Alright, I think we're good to go. Wow, so many people here already. It was awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks for the likes. So, last night I was working on this and, you know, I was getting that line art down pretty nice and it looked pretty good, but I realized that there's no gesture to this, right? There's no like movement to this tree. So I actually want to start it over and see if I can get it to lean. And that way the background will have a gesture as well, like this, with these cliff lines, right? And then everything will kind of come back in to this character down here. Chatty, welcome friend. Hi. Hey, it's been a while since I've been here, hasn't it? It has. How are you doing, friend? I know I should have asked where you found that picture set of the hamster tube shenanigans. No? Talking to Goldfish, not Chatty. Oh, Chatty, no. Chatty, please. The dog passes away. What? No, the dog does not pass away. Jeez Louise. Jeez Lewis, guys. And I like these thick lines that I'm using now. So I want to get this tree to have like a nice gesture to it. Maybe something like this. It's a big like oak tree almost. Kind of leans in like that. I can, but I won't, friend. How's everyone's day? Mine is very well, thank you. I ate pizza and I'm stuffed. I also feel disgusting from eating pizza, and I got soda too, which I normally don't drink soda, and now I feel extra gross. Is G stream? It's E for everyone. E. I've been covered in salt all day. You're a salty girl, Loki. You're the saltiest girl I know. Looks fancy. Oh, it's my hair, isn't it? Oof. Oh, thank you. Salt says sand. Not salt. Oh my gosh. Boop, 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 doo. Doo, 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 doo. Let's see if I can get this tree to have a... Ooh, such a feminine figure. Look at the tree hips. When your tree has hips, you know you're doing something wrong. I like that it's kind of like holding this answer in it. I want it to be like, maybe like this, because the horizon's right here somewhere. So this will have to be in the base of the tree. AVGN confirmed. Why? What would you call a Minecraft mod that's about Legend of Zelda? Anyone? If you say Hyrule, I'm gonna be so disappointed in you. You have one chance, and that chance is not to say Hyrule. Also, why do you have to mention Zelda in the stream? This was a holy place, and now it's been defiled by Zelda. Ew, actually, yeah. Oh, you're trying to think of a name for a Minecraft mod. You're not actually trying to tell a joke. It sounded like you were trying to tell a joke, like a knock-knock joke. Defiled by Zelda, shake my head. Remember when Zelda was cool? Also, no. No, I went to the beach, and when I came back to wash off, I had to change. And when I did, whoosh, a ton of sand for the leaves first. And then we said that we wanted the base of the tree to be down here. So we'll do something like that. Maybe give it thicker lines, right? But I also want these I was gonna say beavers. These tree beavers. No, their stream is loading a lot. Buffering. Well, I'm sorry your internet is slow. Peace was never an option. Pilfer, oh no. Oh, never mind. Or even have one. Oh, a beach. Wait, did the stream slow? Did it lag? Is it getting poopied? It should be fine. It looks like it's fine. Oh no! You don't even want to know the horrible things I had to put up with afterward. Yeah, sand is no fun. That's no good. Uwu, how you doing? Uwu Akari-chan. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate that. After this book is done, we get to make animations. Like, it pops up and says thank you. You know. So what is The Legend of Zelda? It's about some green dude in spandex. It's basically like... It's kind of like a Transformers movie. Are you doing art critiques moment? No, that won't be for like minutes, friend. Odd, not like an administrator, not like a moderator. Like a moderator. I just don't understand Gappy for some reason. Gappy's like, what the heck, man? Right, cute. Oh my gosh, Pilfer, your stream is having a seizure. Going full siege. She might be right. Maybe my internet is boo-boo's having a seizure, friend. YouTube, what's your deal, friend? It knows that I'm leaving it for Twitch. Not again. Yeah, it's definitely YouTube. I don't think anything from my setup's changed, so it's on YouTube side. I like that it's kind of like doing this shape here. Maybe I can have it come down a little bit like this way. I want to draw a scale ocelot. Grayscale, so he doesn't have any color and he's just literally black and white. Because I actually like that dude. Also, he needs a Discord server. I like this uwu face right here. It's ooh. Alright, so the tree's looking pretty good. He's like, if someone took Kakashi and Bucky Barnes and a werewolf and smacked them all into this one short kid who has some sick dancing skills. What? Is this a real life person? I feel like you're making this person. I feel like this isn't real. Loki, you cannot fool me. Alright, so I think we were working on I was working on the doggo. We were working on the doggo. No, it's the guy's Sone. He's really cool, but like he's so short. Like I'm taller than this guy. Oof. To be tall, you're actually pretty fair, Loki. No, to be fair, you're actually pretty tall, I think, no? It's a frowny dog. Oh, there you go. The eyes are too high, that was the problem. They need to be lower to the nose. There we go. Oh no, I'm not tall. Aiden is short, he's like 5'1". What's he doing? To be tall, you're actually pretty fair. These two words, why? How tall are you, Akari, if you don't mind me asking? She's like, don't ask. You don't want to know. The answer hurts me. Akari, no! Come back to the light. I'm like average. 4'10", you are tiny. They just pick you up with 3 fingers and put you in their pocket. The shirt pocket. Kari's like, no, I'm dragon, leave me alone. 5'7" last I checked. It was a while ago though. Ooh, nice, that's not bad. I'm 6'1". You're welcome, world. I'm pretty tall, not gonna lie. I was shorter growing up, but then I sprouted up like a beanstalk. I think my brother's like 6'2". He's also a tall lad. To be fair, to be tall. To be fair, I come from Viking genes, so Vikings are like these big brute dudes, right? And they just like cut everything down. They burn it all to the ground. Scandinavian. I have no idea how talk I am, but I am now talker than 5. You can talk more than a 5-year-old. Good job, Loki. Clearly you were wrong in that regard. Pilferpup, no! Is Beanstalk is also tall boy. I'm very much tall boy. I meet too many tall people. Well, do you meet tall people, or is everybody, or are you just the only short person? That's a real question, Akari. A lot of my friends are shorter than me somehow. What? Loki lives in Hobbitston. Hey! Akari. Hobbitstonia. Not you, Akara. We're not friends. Oh my gosh, that's so hurtful. Loki's like, just kidding. She's like, it's just a prank. I have to make sure the body is very readable for this part. So this foot should go further. There we go, that looks really good. It just needs to be a little bit shorter here. And then like this. And then maybe a little bit shorter still. How you doing, Game On? Alien Queen, how you doing, friend? It's good to see you again. Alien Queen from, like, Aliens the movie, or from My Hero Academia, when she tried to name herself Alien Queen? Because I just watched that episode. It was really good. Coot doggo, ooh woo. There's literally just face right now. But thank you, I appreciate that, Akari. You should eat a hot dog, the doggo. It's gonna be like... Nah. Be like this, right? A hot dog goes like that. It's got like mustard or mayonnaise or something. Gonna give him some teeth. Wrap his tongue around the food. Aloria! How you doing, friend? It's always good to see you. Aloria's been helping me out a lot. She's a great friend. And a great artist. If you haven't checked out her Twitch, you should. It's Aloria on Twitch. Shameless plug. My Hero Academia is very good. Oh, so it is from My Hero Academia. Nice. That's awesome. Little wrap his tongue around the food like in the cartoons. Oh, where they go like... Actually, he's kind of looking like the dog from Cocolito. Like this. You want the tongue to be like... It's got to be dripping though. The tongue's like, well. And then it wraps around this way. And then over here so you can see the tongue shape. Can't draw a dog. Draws dog flawlessly every other time. New creepy pasta. Aloria gonna stream. What? Nom 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 nom. I need this to not look terrible, please. I have one favor to ask myself. Yes, me? Please, can you do art correctly today? No! Ooh! That's what it sounds like when I'm alone. They're like, uh-oh. We're losing them. You have pets, right? I have a small puppers, and I'm gonna get a rabbit once we move. That's my goal. That's my plan. I've been not trying to get one, but like thinking of getting one for a while, and it's still on the tip of my brain. Because then I could just be like, hey, rabbit, and it'll be like down there. And I could just be like, you're pretty cool, and it'll just be like rabbits do. Aggressive chewing. It'll be like, Do you ever give your dog a voice? Or little bun buns? Yas. It's been a bit. I just flopped on my bed. I has the sleepies. Oh no. I'm not sure you'll get to streaming, then Aloria will probably just fall asleep. I don't give my dog a voice. I know I change my voice when I talk to my dog, but I don't give my current dog a voice. No! Alori's just gonna straight up fall asleep. She's like, see ya, nerds, it's bedtime. Maybe I should start with the feet and then go back from there. Because dog feet are their own kind of thing. Like, I feel conflicted. Why? I mean, when I'm tired and my body says it's time for sleep, it's very hard to convince me to do otherwise. Very difficult. Oof, which is really annoying because I normally just want to stay up and work. Like this morning, it was like 6 or 7, I think it was like 8 a.m. honestly. And I was like, I want to just stay up and keep working on these storyboards and like these illustrations. But I should probably go to bed. So I ended up going to sleep. Follow that gesture, as you saw. It kind of arcs like this, and then the tail goes down like that here. And then I'll give it a nice smooth motion for the body. And now I'm going to tone this down so I can just trace over it. But then I gotta make these. Ooh, that actually looks pretty cool for the tree. I like that. I like these big roots. Like it's some big truth tree, right? It's gonna tell you the answer to the universe or something. Or maybe it'll just grow leaves like trees do, you know, because they don't really care about us. Wow. So comfy. I have a fan blowing on my feet and it feels so good. Can't handle it. Yeah, that sounds pretty nice. I always like when you have like cold sheets, right? But what's also nice is my bed is like right up against the window. It's so that I can look out the window in the morning. I just like pull the thing up and I'm like, oh, it's morning. Isn't that nice? But because of that, my feet are like against the window. So when it's cold, I'm just like, yeah, put my feet up against the window, and the neighbors are just like, oh my. Meow. Wow, it's Matthew. How you doing, Matthew? And also welcome, Soak. It's good to see you, friend. Hello, sorry I haven't been here in a long time. No worries, Soak. It's always a pleasure having you, regardless if you're here frequently or not. My first reaction to seeing the sun in the morning is just, oh goodness, it's so bright. Oh great heavenly Father, the sun blazes my eyes like the morning dawn. Oh, it's all like excessively dramatic. One of these days I'll get this doggo right, and then we can move on to something else. Or maybe we won't. Actually, that's not bad right there. Wow! Is that air... Like people to moderate, that hasn't happened since 1964. Hey, I want to make sure nothing gets out of control, alright? If anyone comes in, we'll just have an army of mods being like, please leave, and then they'll do the grand summoning. It's actually because every time I want something to happen, I have to sacrifice one mod. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I should start rolling for mod sacrifices. He needs a basketball right here. He's holding his basketball. What if, like, after this project is finally complete, it gets copyright struck by, I don't know, it's probably like Warner Brothers that made Air Bud, right? And they're like, for using the likeness of our movie character Air Bud, we've canceled you. That is a bad idea. Joins and causes havoc. The mods. No, stop that. No sacrifice. No mod sacrifice? Actually, this looks really good. I like this. This gets a check. It gets a hey, good job, friend. You're doing it. You're doing the thing. Look at those long legs. Friggin' daddy long legs over here. He's too skinny. He's all skin and bones. I think Air Bud was Disney. Is it really? Is it on Disney Plus? Because if it is, I have to watch it now. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. I mean, I'm just gonna have to move him this way. There, bud. You guys drive me mad. With joy. Cool. Doggo complete. Get rid of that. This arm right here looks so bad. I should probably just redo it just because. But soon we can color this, and that's pretty cool. It was Disney, no Disney Plus. Why do I even have a subscription to this thing if not for Air Bud? I'ma eat this dog. No, Akari, unless it is a spicy hot dog, then you can. Nom nom. Who do you think would win? Ron or me? Ronald Wesley? Wesselton? It's Weaselton, sir. Ronald Weaselton or the great Soccaccini Alfredo? There we go. That's good enough right there. Move the leg back a little bit, like right there. There we go. This leg looks broken. This is better. Why do all these animals have to walk on their friggin' tippy toes? Who does that? Maybe humans are supposed to walk on their tippy toes. I love cheese. Ron and I are gonna throw hands over a 2D man. Ron's stoppable in a fight because he has Rufus. Rufus would beat both of you. Let's be real here, friend. Rufus wins all arguments. J Boney Designs, welcome friend. It's good to see you again. My friends call me a little girl or a little baby for liking cheese. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. If you just eat cheese blocks. Hello, it's been forever since I have been to a Pilfer stream. Well, thanks for stopping by, J Boney. I appreciate that, friend. The stream's still going spicy. Don't do that again. What, eating the cheese blocks? The lip smacking sound. It's imaginary mukbang. It's an imaginary mukbang live stream. Thanks for the ASMR. Oh my gosh, it's a Joanna. Joanna's babe. Yeah. It's an Aloria. Hello! Oof. Ooh, this looks really nice. I'm like, hey, this looks pretty good. Maybe this isn't a good shape because it leads the eye out this way. So maybe we'll do it this way instead. Yeah, and it can wrap that way. I am barely conscious, flopping on bed, warm afternoon, light fan on, foul fur blanket. Fox fur? Foul fur? Pillow so soft. Is this for your new book coming out, Aloria? The sleepy head on the comfy bed? That's actually pretty good. Good night, Aloria. That's what it's called. I'll take Dan. Food! You don't say. Leave this open for the rest of the tree, but I do want to have some like leaves kind of going like this. Some like almost like an environment. There's like some sad winds going on for this character. Good night Twitch, good night Instagram, let me sleep or I'll become a cranky lady. What? That doesn't rhyme. Fox or fowl, like the O sound in row, but starting with an F. So fox, right? That's what you're saying? Go bed now, sleepy well. I'm an art, be right back. Alright, Soak, I hope you posted on the actual fridge, friend. Pilfer Sensei, Kona, how are you doing, friend? It's always good to see you, bud. It's not appropriate. Can't rhyme with Twitch. Or I'll become a... I'll become a witch. There we go. You can rhyme. You just gotta be more creative than that. Hitch a ditch. A dirty snitch. This can go a little bit lower. Oops. More at an angle and a little bit lower like that. And then these I need to separate more, but also have like kind of a more of an angled direction for them. So it's not just a block of information. So like they're going like this. And it kind of creates this flow right here. And then this one can go kind of towards the corner of the screen, I think. But I'll probably erase some of these, or most of these leaves, or all of them even, depending on... Fox rhymes with throw. The English language makes no sense. I'm not sure that's true. I'm just kidding, I know it's faux. Oh no. Pilfer, please. Yeah, I'm sure it is French. It sounds French. Sounds like something the French would create as a word. Okay, so I have this nice gesture for the tree, right? It's going this way. I do need it to hang out a little bit more, maybe like over this way a bit, but I don't want it to come out too much. I just want to keep it nice and simple. That nice circle is really fun, and then it kind of opens like this. Maybe I should have had it come out a little bit more, but it's fine. But with keeping that, I want the mountains to be here. They keep, yeah, like that. And then that way it can flow down a bit more, right, into the character, leading into the character here. Into the background over here, and it just goes really far back, but the horizon line is going to be over here somewhere, so I want, as well as this kind of curving into the character here, I also want this going like this, and then maybe a pathway leading out of frame over here somewhere. Adopted into the English language, maybe. Well, there's like knife, and then like how it used to be in French, which was kniffe, or how it used to be, and then that's why there's a K in knife. Lol. I need food, James. While John had a better effect on the teacher. It's actually affect because it's not an object. It's a result. I'm glad I took Spanish rather than French. It seems so hard. There's a K in knife because I invented it. Oh my gosh, Kono, no, knife. If you don't want to dislike, it's affect. It's affect, friend. Bring on the dislike wars. We've been through this before. There's no winning. I throw it at annoying Joe stars. Oh my gosh. The Jester army has returned. So I'll probably get rid of this one here, even though I do like this gesture. Maybe I can have something in the background that's not so... What's the word? It doesn't take up so much information. I could be just like a light. Maybe it's like a cloud. There we go. Yeah, like that. And then they'll get smaller as they go back. Right. Get rid of that one. There we go. So now it keeps this like nice gesture of this scene moving like this, but it also incorporates the different environmental effects as well. See, that's an effect because it's an object. Some JoJo. My nickname is JoJo as well, so I am waiting to develop Stando power. Is that anime any good? Is that American cartoon any good? Should I watch it? Should I watch JoJo? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. JoJo's Wild Journey. Oh ho, well, get closer so I can test out my knife. Ree! You sound like Pepsi, Kono. She's got the knife. Kashi, JoJo is the best thing to ever happen to me. Oof, it happened to you too? Hashtag my life. I was gonna say something else, but I don't want to get busted. Buster, no busting. And then over here we can put some like plants and stuff. And maybe a rock. Because you know there's like rocks and stuff. Oh yeah, it should come out towards the screen too, like that. And then that means that these leaves would have to be, this grass would have to be over here. There we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then I can get rid of, combine these. Sure, we can just combine most of this. Get rid of that, this, and this. Cool. Jojo. Oh yeah. Alright, so the scene is kind of sad and dreary, so you want to keep the same colors as this one, because it's not unsaturated, because there's still like plenty of saturation in it, but it's following more into the lines of like the grays, right? It's on that left side of the palette over here, right? See, everything's kind of like over here except for specific parts that I want to pull attention to are going to be more on this side. These are all grays. This is kind of a gray. Even this is like kind of a gray. Then you have a light saturation, some darker colors. It's all very much like over here. And that's because I want to pull back that color and then use it later. This pulls some attention to put some focus on him. This has some like brighter lights to pull some attention on him as well. This has a little bit more saturation to bring more life to this character. And in that same regard, we want to use something similar. So I'm actually going to pull this palette into this one and do the same thing as best that I can. So have you all watched My Hero Academia? Because I'm watching through it right now. It's pretty good. It's very much just Naruto though. There's even like I just got to the part where he's training with the Gran Torino, and it's basically just Jiraiya teaching Naruto how to use the Rasengan. And I think the only reason it took longer to get to that point in Naruto is because you're weird. What? Literally the same thing. Boku no Naruto. I think the only reason it took longer to get there in Naruto than in My Hero is because in Naruto most of the episodes are previous episodes. Like there's like 10 minutes of new content. Is watching a drawing stream for Storyboards also me? Is drawing panels for a comic page coincidence? I think so. A good coincidence. That's just a theory. A potential theory. A game theory. Number 15. Chatty comic person. Drawing story. Wait, what is it? It's like conspiracies. Number 15. Chatty comic person. Drawing storyboards while Pilferpup is also doing the same thing. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. Bumper 15 burger bing boof boot. Bettis, oh my gosh, J-Bone style. Conspiracy 14. J-Bone turning all the first letters of every word into B. B. No, my gosh, I thought it was dead by now. No, it'll never be dead. So now what I want to do, actually I'll probably just keep it like this, and then the back color and then this side color with the uwu face are going to be separate. So this is going to be, because I want the light to maybe come in this way and show that he's like kind of in shadow, right? It's like getting darker. So I'm going to use more of a gray on the side, right? That's not good enough because they're both on the same thing. So I want it to be a little bit darker. That's better. And then I'm gonna probably use a lighter color on the opposite side, even though it is under the tree. Come on, Pilf, 12 hours of stream. I mean, I can if that's really what you guys want. I can do that at some point. It's going to be exhausting, though. and I'll probably have quiet time, just because like my voice starts breaking up like an hour into stream, and then after critique time it really gets wrecked. I'll probably have you guys in call too, though, to like chat. Loki's like, yes? Loki's always asking for voice chat in the stream, which I'm not against. I'm just, you know, I always have to like edit the video after, and that's like a whole thing in itself. I'm gonna shower, be right back, friend. Got it. So I'll probably swap the colors around and have the darker one right here, but before that I want to make sure everything else is correct. And I'm going to use basically the same color palette as the previous frames because they fit into the same part of the storyboard. I like that this is in like its own part here, and I'm probably going to keep that separate, but also maybe a lighter color, like a little bit more saturated, and then the rest can be darker. Actually, I want to keep this color. Burp, beep, bump. So what's your comic about, Chatty? Also, J-Bone, Jebone, J-Boney, Bonet, Bonnie. What have you been working on? What kind of art have you been pushing towards? I heard you say comic and I had a mini heart attack. Why? Are you alright, bud? I was asking what you've been working on, Chatty, and then also J-Boney. The only thing I have really done recently is a portrait of a horse. Ooh, it's realism. Worked hard on the fur texture. Why don't you post it? I want to see. That sounds awesome. Post up a link, friend. Let's see that good stuff. You know I like animals. Oh, I posted it. Okay. Let me see. Let me see that. Aloria did a butterfly. Akari made a super cute character. What the heck? That's awesome. Oh, you haven't yet. Goldfish made a really cool character too. Wow, these are going to be so fun to go over in the critiques. What, Joe? Oh, you did post it. Yeah, I saw this earlier. What? It might have been on Aloria's channel, maybe? Because I know I saw this. Oh, you know what? I saw it on Instagram. I hope I liked it. I feel bad if I didn't. Let me check real quick. Because I know I saw it on Instagram. And I also forgot to post my story. Let's see. It was on my feed. I'm gonna have to go through like my whole feed to find it again. Or I could just look you up. Joe. I found you. There it is. Like, I don't know why I didn't like it when I saw it. I think I was just like perusing too quickly. But that's awesome. Oh my gosh, you don't have to like, but I did post on Aloria's too. Okay. I just remember seeing it earlier, and I was like, I gotta find it again. Oh, it's my pleasure, friend. Keep going. Your work is really awesome. And every single picture that you complete is like one step closer to where you want to be. Unless you're already where you want to be, then that's awesome. then good for you. Let's see. And then I still need to draw the squirrels and such. And then his color is going to be this as well. So what I guess this background's going to be a little bit more blue. I'm thinking about doing some more. I tried OC type things, but it just stressed me out. And I'd rather focus on realistic animal portraits. Yeah, it's not for everyone. I completely agree. Every time I do character design, I just think about how far behind I am in learning it and how much more I need to learn to like really lock down my character design abilities. Well, I've been working on a Tf2 Comic Series. That's right, you do a lot of Tf2 comics. I forgot about that. With my friends called After Hours. I already had a whole issue done as a little pilot for it, and I've already done 5-6 pages on this one. Ooh, comic. Yeah, Chatty Comic does really good comic art. It's like very impressive. I'm always like, wow. Let's see. Yeah, like this kind of Tf2 Comic. So good. It's in the name. Never. Gentle Demon, how you doing, friend? Thanks again for the likes, guys. I really appreciate it. I was about to say lol. Well, their name is Comic Person. Yeah, kind of. It's like pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious, friend. No, that's cool though. Oh shoot, I forgot that I was trying to use coolers. Excuse me. I'll eat after eating all that pizza. My body's like, oh. So you wanted to go into a food coma then? Body, no. Make it a little bit more vibrant. Yellow dog is yellow. I'm so clean. Gentle even took a exorcism shower. But yeah, it's with all of our OCs and it's turning out really well so far. I am very happy with it all, and that almost never happens. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, sometimes you work on something and then at a certain point you start to hate it because you've improved while working on it. And so as you improve, your mind's like, well, this isn't good enough, you could do better. Like, you look at all these ways you could do better. And so we tend to like stop ourselves as artists and be like, maybe I should go back and start from scratch. Pizza with pineapple. Oh my gosh. You monster frisbee. How dare you. No, I actually really like pizza and pineapple, so I'm right there with you, bud. Oh, sorry. Sometimes I have a craving for pineapple pizza. Well, we don't judge here, friend. We stop ourselves because we've gotten better and then think about all the older stuff as, ew, gross, this is old. Yeah, basically. It's like when you go back and look at your really early drawings and you're like, ugh, this is embarrassing. When really it's just like, you know, your current drawings are going to be just as bad, but in like a few years, especially since, well, I guess like when you're drawing and you're studying and learning, your skill level exponentially decreases in how fast you learn, so it tapers off. It just goes like, oh. Or it plateaus rather, and then you'll hit these like nice bumps that go up, but it normally just plateaus. It's embarrassing because it shows the progress we've made since then. We've gotten better, and yeah. Yeah, it's excuse me, I'm sorry. It is difficult oftentimes. It's hard to be an artist, especially like a good one, right? Because you're always reevaluating like your goals. And it seems like everybody else is doing so well, but it's really because they're not so much talking about like the struggles that they have as an artist. So this background is going to be a little bit more of like, maybe like a sadder blue, like this one. Yeah, that's pretty good. But then I have to reevaluate all these colors because they're too much close to like yellow and green. So I'll have to figure that out. So if we take this and we think of like this blue that we have here, well, what do we use in the other one? We used this color because it's inside the forest, so it's more of like a green or an emerald, so it's getting closer to this side. So maybe as it goes on, the color like shifts through this hue set. So Yeah, we can use that blue, but maybe we'll get closer to this side. This is a little too happy and vibrant though. I feel like this is a little bit sadder. Like, oh, why so blue? So we will do this, but more like maybe like a gray. I don't want it to be too sad just yet. I still want it to have that life of like, there we go, that looks pretty good. Yeah, you should put up some of your work so we can see it, and I can also show it during critique time. I love looking back at old art and realizing everything I used to think was amazing is actually awful. Yeah, your tastes definitely change over time, that's for sure. That's definitely for sure, friend. I'll make this lighter, but not lighter than the sky, because the sky has to be the lightest color, which is like gonna be over here. And then the clouds, actually the clouds should probably be that color, but we'll make them, yeah, we'll keep that, and then we'll make them more of like this up here. I think my music stopped. Oh no, it didn't. You post when you're ready, Chatty. Oh, he's ready. This actually looks pretty good. I like the separation of this, and then this background color here. And then we'll use this, maybe a little bit more of a gray, and do something like this. And then we can have these hills be kind of, all this be nice and green. I think would be nice, would be fun. But like, we can have it be closer to the blue and very gray. Maybe even a little bit more gray, because this is like there, so I want this to be like up here. And this section can be a little bit darker. Oh, wait, hold on. I might just put up more of my recent stuff. I can't find most of the older stuff. Yeah, fair enough. Oof, let me see. Ready, Chatty? Whoa, bro. Or when you want to. Oh, my adversary is here. Hello, Taylor. The warrior. How concurred death itself. Who conjured death itself. I think is what you meant to say. Get wrecked, grabs demon, throws at Kona. Oh no, ha, I have a water gun. Shoots incoming demon with water. Demon burns a little. Ah, it's holy water. Tisk tisk. Why do you do that to demon, Tay? Shame. Ooh, lol. Give me all your love. I can't stop. You can't stop us, demon. Let's fuse to beat Kono. We are now Demonailer. Demonailer? Demonalor. What? That doesn't make any sense. Demon Taylor? You guys are too wild. Too wild. You guys are so funny, man. Let's go this way, and maybe there'll be a little bit more life over here. This is Demon's theme song. And then we'll have a darker green that's more saturated over here. Yes, now it really brings that in, but I still want it to be a little bit more gray just because it goes from here to like all the way over here. I think this to this is kind of fine. This to here I think is better. Yeah, that's much better. It kind of has a softer transition and still stays kind of gray. I don't want it to pass this halfway mark. I think that's a good rule. And then this can go like this. There is a tangent right here with the dog's head. Landed the finishing blow with like a Hydra. Wow, that was epic. The Wizards team. Konomenalor. Konemanalor. Oh my gosh, hold on a sec. I can't give you my heart, demon. I need to pump blood to my body. I would if I could. You beat the Iron Sultan. He's literally a statue now, but he's alive. Ooh. Jay took him home for decor. It's loading and very slow. Oh, let me see. What time is it? Is it time for... It's almost time for critique time. Jeez Louise, your comic looks so good, friend. That's awesome. You're coloring it. That's so crazy. And then I see Joanna's art right here, which I saw earlier, but this looks so good. Jabane. Oh boy, critique time. I mean, I guess I could do it like now. I should add some like walls or something here. Okay. We might as well just do critique time right now because you're all here. Everyone's here. The gang's back together. Critique time. Put in the piece I did for the thumbnail. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Well, we'll figure this out. First, we're gonna start with Akari's. Akari, critiquing your stuff, fam. And then we'll do goldfish snacks. This looks so cool. I'm pretty jelly of her ability to have like so much information and detail, but it's also like pretty clear. There's a lot of text. So we'll go over that, because that's like a separate point to make. Yeah, this is some of like the best comic work I've seen. This is awesome. Oh, this is really good. Oh no, oh no. Alright. Going back, fam. Alright, so Akari, I hope you're here. Because this piece is actually pretty fantastic. And I'm really jelly of your skills. Perspective drawing, I see. Yeah. So I love the hair. I think this is awesome. So this shape right here is very nice. And then you have this A shape going on here, which is like a big thing for character design. Let's see. Oh, what's a melancholy? Where's a good... This one is good. That one doesn't help too much. This one's pretty good too. That'll help. So it's this thing with the A shape, right? I guess I could use like your color here. The A shape. Okay, I need like a brighter color. No! Give me green. It's kind of hard to see, but it's the A shape here. And this is a big thing with character designs is you have it here and then you have it here, right? And it's all kind of pointing at the head. And yeah, you have like the butt here, but this is just exaggerating that pose. But yeah, this is awesome. It's cool because you use this shadow here to show the underside of the breast. And I think that's really cool. And then you have it go this way. You're really playing with the environment and stuff too, which I think is really good. I'm just nervous in general, and especially about this kind of stuff. I mean, I don't have to show it. But yeah, I like your design. I think if you were to look at the art of Suzumiya Haruhi, or Melancholy of Suzumiya Haruhi, you'd get a lot out of it because of proportions and like where the eyes line up from the top of the head to the chin is halfway. Stuff like that, just proportions and understanding all these things here. But I think you're doing great. I really like this. This is really fun, this design here. And things have like a nice way of kind of flowing together. And I think this is one of the best pieces that you've done because of that. and you're playing with using the background a little bit differently, I think with your backgrounds in general, the only thing I would change is, because you have that nice flat color, I don't want to go too hardcore into this. I don't want to say to change your color at all, but I think there's something about showing a very specific spot as being the most important. These hands are fairly important for that pose, so I like that there's this peach color here. There. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I do with this. I just need that. You have it's like a halfway, but it's kind of vibrant, the color behind her. And that pulls away from the vibrancy of anything that you put into the character or the clothes, which is why a lot of professional artists will use like mid-tones unless it's for like the box art of something to show like, oh, everything's so bright and happy in this anime, right? It's all good times. So what I would do, I think I kind of talked about this a little bit last time, is have that nice gray. Oops, sorry. Like this. Maybe a little bit more vibrant just for the fun of it. There we go, that's kind of warm. And then we will take darker color, which you had on the side, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't try and do something like so perfectly one direction, because I think, yeah, you had the shadow just go along like this side right here. Give it kind of an angle, unless you're trying to show that she's like book smart, right? Then you can have this be like a literal notebook behind her, or you could use like very strict, you know. Yeah, no worries. You can use very strict angles, because if you want to show that she's a dynamic character, a fun character, you know, something a little different that doesn't play by the rules, you'll do something more like this, right? You'll have like more of an angle to these things. But if you want to show that she's more of like a very strict and like, I'm a steady kind of person, then you'll do something, you know, that's horizontal and vertical. And so you can do something like that, because that's kind of more along the lines of what you had, I think. And then you had it be a little bit darker, which I thought was really cool, because it shows that the background and the character are in the same place. Yeah, no, I get it. Hold on. I'm just nervous, hold on, about the kind of stuff. It's cool. No, it's okay. I want to hear what you and everyone else has to say. Otherwise, I won't learn anything. Perspective is rough. Even found out it takes professionals to perfect it. Yeah, professionals have a hard time with perspective too. Many years for professionals to perfect it. Exactly. Back from an amateur, it was supposed to be shadow. Yeah. So you can still have this be like here, like that, and then you can have this color come in like this, and you'll have this nice kind of like, not silhouette, but like just this almost like a vignette where it's like kind of focusing on the character a bit. And then because there's shadow down here, I would show just a little bit of light, maybe like what direction your light's coming from, something like that. Makes your piece a little bit more dynamic too. And then for the character, I think it looks really good. I do like that I could see like this light over here, and I think that's awesome, right? If it's coming this way, it's hard to start thinking of things with that three-dimensional perspective in mind, but I think it's a good practice to know, like, well, these are coming forward, right? Her breasts, like that, and then they go back, and they're about there, and then her stomach's like here, but this is all like anatomy stuff, right? Her stomach's like here, and then it goes like that, and then her legs, And then these are cylinders, right? So this tension is going to go like that. What you have there. And then you have these curves here, which is really nice to show that it's wrapping around. But as that cylinder comes forward, it's going to be like this. Because it's just two cylinders, right? Like if you can draw this, or even like something coming at you like that. Or even like, let's say like, oh, I want to draw this arm. Well, I know it goes like this, right? So if we were to simplify that, we could literally just go like, this is a cylinder here, and then this is a cylinder here. And then because of that, since the light's coming this way, you'd have it there, and then you'd have it up here. Because if the light is hitting a cylinder this way, it's going to be like right there. You can almost think of it like this, right? Like even before thinking of things as these round objects, it's really easy to see them as just squares and be like, well, the light can't get past this corner to see this far side, so it's going to be all right here. That's where the light's going to hit. And then the light won't hit on this side, so you can actually use your darker color right here. Right, like that, but then it kind of hits a little bit on that side, but you don't want to show too much because you like this highlight that's going down like here. So you'll have the lighter color of whatever that clothes is, which maybe even is this right here. And then I like these hands a lot. These hands look really good. I like that positioning, and how you have each individual digit on there is really good, and they're like wrapping around too. They're not just going like this way, right? Like put my hands on my hips, or they're just like no, they go like that. Another thing too, which would be really cool, is underneath each garment type that you have, because this is like its own, you could just show like one little bit of like the shadow from that, which is a whole other thing to get into. Because like now you're thinking of like each individual thing and making sure that that color shows up. What? There we go. Hello, Quacomo. Welcome, friend. It's always a pleasure. And this is really cool too. And then you think of the highlight on this. Well, if the extreme of this color that you have here is a white, then the extreme of this color here would be like over here too. So you can have that color kind of go like that. Yeah. And then same thing with this. The tie would stand out a little bit more. And then this maybe a little bit on her shirt here. There we go. Now you can see that it's kind of pulling the character apart by using, because right now you have so many good medium tones of just like a base, that if you were to add just more lighting to it, right? Because you're basically, if your base is like it's hard to explain, but it's like if it's like a flat object and your base is kind of like this, by adding more light you're kind of doing this to it, right? You're like pulling it, and then you could do the extreme of like continuing to add light and all that stuff, and then now your object's like being stretched out. So there is a middle ground where it's like, I just want that nice extra layer of lighting to make this a round circle. Shading looks great, yeah. But your art is always so good, Akari. I always love seeing your stuff, and I think that's really cool because you have these individual hairs that come out like this. And I like this here. And And then this because the light's coming this way. You can literally just trace, like, I want my light to come from here. Oops, did that work? Oh no, that's gotta be on a different, okay, from here. And then because of that, you can just go like, okay, we'll do it this way. Here, and then here. And so because of that, it'll wrap around like this because the head's a circle. And then you can shade all this, and then same with if her head is this shape, right? And the light's coming this way, well, the extreme high point of that circle is probably going to be something like that, right? Because if we're looking at it from like a different angle, the light can't pass from here to there. So all this is going to be in shadow, right? Coming this way. So it's going to be dark here. Looks like it's wearing underwear. And then because if there is a surface over here, the light's going to hit this and then bounce into the other side. So then you can kind of be like, lessen up on that a bit. If I can do like a gray, something like this over here. I know it's kind of like complicated, right? But I think you get it. So yeah. So in that same regard, what I'm saying is this, and then you have the background here, which is equivalent to this thing here, this little platform. And you can have a little bit of that outside light coming back in just to show where those edges are. But other than that, that in-depth refinement, I think it looks really good. The last thing that I was gonna say is you want to focus on like we always say, like the face, and then the secondary thing, which is the hands. So with this, I would have done something more like for your dots that you use, because you had all these nice dots. Maybe one there, smaller one here, because you always want to do triangles, small, medium, large. Maybe here for her little thing, and then maybe like some spots over here, and then maybe one here, you know, like that. And so it's more, you're more like deciding like, I want to put them in these places for these reasons. It's not just random, and I don't just want to put them like anywhere that I want, because there's always a like every line and every dot that like a veteran professional places on the canvas is like with purpose. There's like a reason for it. So like this big one brings attention to her face, and you could even like make it a little bit lighter too if you want, just to bring more attention to it. And then maybe this one too, and then that one too. So now it really pulls it into that, look at this face. This is important for this piece. But yeah, so that's my 10 cents, my 2 cents on your piece. I apologize if I went too in depth. If I really like your art and I'm like really like, oh man, this is so cool, then I'm gonna like pick it apart, and I'm gonna try and give you as much information on it as possible to help you along, because you're already so talented. You're already so good at what you do, that I love to help you out. All right, moving on from the first one, we have this is oh, it's my pleasure, friend. Taylor, I love your Taylor also. I keep forgetting to put up your thumbnails. This is from Goldfish Snake, who hasn't shown up in left for a while. Oh jeez. My buddy's watching and he's texting me, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, well, hi Daniel. I hope you're having a good time. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, this is really cool. I love the untamed hi Daniel. Everybody's like, hi Daniel. The untamed frontier of imagination that is like newer, I want to say like newer artists, or more like beginner artists, because it's so fun seeing how much information on this character that they love they can put in. And I don't know if this is a design that was already created, It looks like it's from Has Been Hotel, because I think I know. I think Goldfish Snack really likes Has Been Hotel, but like, there's this eye, there's this big grin, and then there's this like really weird shaped face. This has to be a design from something else, because I see a lot of like these shapes being reused. That's Cherry Bomb, I think. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Yeah, because it's a Cyclops, and like that's really hard. Yeah, the eye is really cool. But yeah, this is awesome. There's like so much detail in all this stuff. Cherry Bomb. Yeah, this is really cool. I love all this really fun line work and all this detail. It's gonna help a lot with moving forward. Just deciding your style that you kind of want to stick to is kind of like the earlier things that you draw, that you enjoy drawing. But this is really cool. Very nice. Ooh, Aloria with her glorious paintings that she does. If you watch Addict, her name is spelled Sheree. Sheree. Has Bim Huddle. I'll have to check it out sometime. In every demon there's an angel. How do you submit art? Oh, Quacomo, you do it in the Discord. If you'd like an invite, I can send you one, but keep in mind that the Discord is PG and invite only. Yes, please. You got it, friend. That's for Quacomo. If anybody else needs an invite, please let me know. No problem, friend. Yeah, please let me know and then I'll get you in. Aloria always has really nice art. I really like the, there's almost like a yellowish hue here. And then there's some slight yellows in here and right here to contrast with that blue, that deep blue that she has. And then you have all this light color here. Very soft. Oh yeah, and then once you're inside, welcome Quacomo. Once you're inside the Discord, you can... Oh, sorry, I removed your message. I didn't mean to do that. No, don't pin it. Remove message. There we go. Ah! Okay. You can post it in the actual fridge channel. That's where I post it all. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so she has this happening here. See? Use that color picker, it'll understand the colors that you're looking at. All this is like down here, right? And then all of this is up here. And because there's that separation, it makes things pop and look like really clean, really nice. And then you have these very light colors of the yellows and stuff. Which, if she could be more precise, but it's hard to with watercolors, you can really use some like if I do this, you'll see them pop out so well because they're between these black lines with these deep blue things here. So in doing that, you can create some like really nice contrast. And then if I were to take that even further, I could use like this blue here and do like something like this, right? And you'll see that pop out so well just because. Oh wow, Quacomo, that's awesome. I love that. I'll pull that up to you in just a sec. But yeah, so by having that contrast of two extremes, you want to make that gap between these two ideas as wide as possible, and it makes things more potent and like more noticeable. Aloria is who I strive to be like with art, although I gave up on watercolor. Watercolor is its own monster to like tame. This is beautiful. I think you're doing great, J-Bone. I love all this, the lighting right here that you have going on. It's hard to, with pencil, to really dictate your values. You have to be very conscious about what you want to do, because you have all this like structure here for the horse. That horse face. If it isn't old Dr. Horseface. I always get like so wild with my designs, my horse designs, or my animal designs. Then you can have it laying on the floor like this, and then its back legs could be like over here somewhere. But going back, the reason I did this is because I can see that there's a lot of structure in what you've drawn. You're not just like photocopying. You understand that like there is a skull here, right? And like that's why this part pops out. All of my stuff is next. Just so many chills down my spine. What if I just never came to your work, Chatty? Your comics are really cool, Chad. Chatty. Quocomo. That's not Quacomo, it's Quocomo. Yeah. So I love all this here too, and like all your values right here are really nice. There's definitely a separation of like these lights and these darks, and then it gets really dark over here, which is really good because it makes the face pop out as a whole. But then you need to start doing things like this needs to become darker, and then this needs to become even darker if you can, like true black like you have over here, so that way you can make this darker, but it's not so dark that it looks black. It'll still keep that lighter texture because the darkers are darker, so you have more room. So if I take this, right, because this is probably like over here, and then this is like right here, and then you have whatever this lightest color is, which could be like close to a white, right? These can stand out. But then for this to become closer to this would have to also move down equally, right? So then if we were to remove these, you wouldn't even have known that those two colors were separate, were different, right? But then your light color will actually be brighter because you didn't make that separation well. Yeah, also in perspective, if something is closer, it's lighter, and further back is darker. Right, with few exceptions, but yes. So yeah, that's really cool. I really love your detail work in all these like line strokes. Make sure, well, I'm sure you already know, but like each stroke has to go with the fur, like in the same direction that the fur's moving, because if you did each stroke like this, it would look like a shaggy dog, right? So like, I think horse fur goes like back or something. I'm not sure actually what direction horse fur goes. It probably goes something like this, which I think is what you were doing. But if it was to go down, it would have scruff. It would look like a shaggy dog. I think there's different ways of doing it, but I think you're not wrong, because as things go back or further away from you, they become more gray, and then they can also become lighter because of atmospheric perspective. But that's also something that I'm like studying too. I don't know too much about how to do like backgrounds and stuff yet, so it's something that we're slowly working on together. And then we have this. Whoa, it's radical, bro. Jeez Louise. Wow. I need more drink for that comment. ASMR. Welcome to my ASMR stream. I'm drinking Coca-Cola on camera. I hope you guys don't mind that I'm going to be drinking soda. Get all actual panic. And then we're done. Why is he a piss boy? That's terrible. I'm not going to read your text because you said there's swearing in it, but I'm gonna do an honest breakdown of the things that I see, and I'm like, you know what would be really good is if you did these things, if you don't mind. So I love, like, obviously your comics are great, like that goes without saying. Like, your characters look awesome. Their acting is like spot on. Their gestures, like, wait. You know, you have all that down. Also, how are they OCs if they're characters that are from the thing? They're not your original characters, are they? Because they're characters from something else. So they're your TF Sonas. Is that what it's called? Dumb joke we got. All for having the nameplate. Oh, that's fun. So the main thing, or we're gonna start with the backgrounds. All right, your backgrounds are really great. I love them, and I like your detail with like all the vehicles and like the characters. There's a lot going on. But the way we separate the things we want to focus on, if we go back to what I was working on, is you save the more vibrant stuff, all this up here, for the stuff you want to focus on, like this dog pops out, and then all this over here, if you look, it's very gray and it's kind of like washed out color. It doesn't stand out as much. And then we get over here, and the dog's yellow, this tree is bright, and this branch right here that's going to lead all the way down to the dog is very bright. This color's pretty bright, so we're keeping the eye over here. And the other things we're going to make less toned down, more of a gray, washed out, or darker color. So again, using those opposites of lots of color to washed out color to make sure you're looking at the thing that I want you to look at. And of course, the first thing you're going to probably see is this red right here, because everything else is a blue or a green, which is a cool color, and the only warm colors is the red and then the dog, which is a yellow. So I'm bringing your eye into this. In the same regard, if we were to take all this, okay, let's just do it this way because the wheels aren't too important. I could literally just go like this and then tone it down. And by washing it out like that, already you can see that this truck stands out. And so you have this bright purple over here, which is fine, you can do that, but then you want to like kind of make it a more gray, right? You want to do something like this. Oh, I'll do it on this. And then you had like a cactus here that was very green. I can still see some of it there. It was like over here. What if we just did like this? It would still have its place. These are too close together. Actually, was it even like green at all? I don't know why it didn't. Can I not? Hello? Hello, me? It wouldn't even let me do it. Oh, it's because this was on top of it, maybe? There it is. So you can have that same green, but you would just want to wash it out a little bit. Make it less vibrant to the scene. And then you can have more of them too. So now you can see already that this is popping out a little bit more. The blue from the sky. That's pretty good. It's over there. I probably would have made it, well, it's actually fine. It doesn't need to be more gray or anything because it is still like a more happy setting. But that's my 2 cents on that. So if we were to take their faces, because you have so much color going on here, and we were to make all these faces, even if they're inside the car like that and you have all that detail. See, this is a good example, this character right here. Her arm, these hands, these arms here. You can make them more like her color, where it's like up here and it's really bright. See, it already stands out. Because those are important things. And then his shirt, you can use that lighting, and then let's say his shirt too, and then her shirt, you did really well there. You can use that same kind of like thing, right? So all this stands out. So now you're bringing the character's focus onto those things because you already have the dark, and so you use the opposite, which is light, to bring in that focus. And I was supposed to do it with these faces too. Yeah, see, you could already tell that these are going to pop out a little bit more. Same here, this face too. They pop out, so you're going to see like the eye is going to be brought into them. Those are the main 2 things for like just refining moving forward. It's hard, right? Because I mean, think how long it took for me to just get to like doing these storyboards with like these colors. I did like background studies, character studies. How many streams did I dedicate to just doing like redrawing the bunny, redrawing the dog, redrawing the bird, trying out different variations of animals, it's stuff like that. So there's nothing wrong with like jumping into it, but sometimes you end up having to work backwards. Now I would keep this, right? Like don't be like, oh, let me redo it, let me recolor it, etc., etc. You always move forward. So if like something's done, you're like, good, that's done, let's move on this way, like towards the future, towards my goals. And with like keeping the things that we learn in mind is really important. I wasn't going to go over the text because there's a lot of it, and that was going to be my last point, is whatever point you're trying to make, confine that. You got to trim the fat with scripts, like movies, TV shows, books. You don't want to be J.R. Tolkien, or he has like paragraphs upon paragraphs on how the leaves in this forest are brown. Not ever gonna mess with those again. Right, good. I'm glad. Keep them. He talks about how the leaves in this forest are, they're green or brown, and then they fall in this direction, and the wind comes in, and the bark looks like ash, and blah blah blah, and like all that stuff's really cool, and like for world building and getting like very minute details down. It's not as important as the overall concept. Keep it simple, stupid, kiss, right? That's like what every creator says when they've created for the centuries, which is probably like 2 whole centuries, 20 years before like something great comes out of them. It's just simplify your idea. I'm so descriptive with my settings, yeah. But there's nothing wrong with that though. That's the thing, is like, don't feel bad for excessively stretching something out. The idea is to also compress too, because I always tell all of you guys, over exaggerate before you under exaggerate, because you're the only one who understands the context and what you're trying to describe. So what you want to do is over describe, like you see me doing, rambling on even right now, and then refine it down so that no matter how dumb the person is that you're showing this to, or is reading this book or watching this movie, at the end of the day, everybody can understand it equally because you've over described it, but then you pull it back together so that it's not too much, Summarize, exactly. Okay, so yeah, so what I was saying is, with the text, if the idea is like this long written thing of what is the base joke, what are we trying to get to, and then let's just keep it next to that. Let's not have like all this description out here. So I think that's great. I will read these later though, but because you said there's swearing in it, and so I'm kind of glad that like the text is so small because you can't see any of it, but the overall idea is here. The other thing I was going to say is, if we were to think of objects, or of the whole page as one scene after it's done, right? This is what it is right here, right? This is your page, and you got this line, and you got this line, and this line, and this is just me, like, let's say thumbnailing. I'm just gonna make this page longer. And then you have these right here, and you also kind of have a line here, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You got blocks, and then you got these same size circles going on with like, there's like a triangle right here, it kind of goes out, and then there's like another circle. See, if you notice, it kind of looks samey in terms of size, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just once you start noticing it, you're like, oh my gosh, you're right. Somebody took a hole puncher to this paper. So what if we were to take this and go like, maybe like, he really, you see how his expression is like wide, like, oh my gosh, think of that as like, whoa, I get it. And then his mouth is like kind of smaller, and you're like, oh yeah. And then he's like, okay, I've come to terms with it. Like, it's not as big of a deal as I thought, right? So you can kind of have that variation. And then he's like, oh yeah, which is going to be similar to this one. But he's like, oh, very expressive, right? He's like, whoa. And he's got his fingers pointed out, like, yeah, which means that maybe even it could be like, I get it. And he's like kind of going into the other panels because it's like intrusive. I don't know if that's what's actually happening. I'm just saying that these are examples, right? And then his fingers are like, yeah, right? And then you can move this guy over, and he's like kind of pointing that way. and then this guy's pushed up here against the side, which shows that he's like up against a wall, kind of, right? So you can think of things more literal with how you place characters, and he's explaining something, so maybe this text and him explaining it actually makes sense. So you can have him here, and then you can have the text literally run on like throughout this panel, just like this guy's literally against a wall because there's so much information coming at him. He's like, stop, oh stop, it's too much. And then this guy, he's filming him, right? So he's like, I'm filming you, and he's like, oh gosh, he's closer to the screen over here, also closer over here. So you can already see the difference in variation from where we started to like thinking of each, I don't want to say each panel separately, but that's why like up here you can see me storyboarding it in thumbnails. You'll always see me with my thumbnails, and it's because you need to see the whole thing before you work on the tiny details, which is at the top of the pyramid, is details. It's like the last thing you really think about. You don't worry about that until the very end. But there's nothing wrong with you approaching it the way you did. It's just like over time we restructure so that we better understand how to approach it in a way that makes it like even better. Because I love your comics and I love your work, and I also don't want you to stop because it's like, there's too much information. Face melting Indiana Jones like scene, right? Because it's like, it's the truth. The truth is blinding. It's just understanding it, because this is a really good example of like literalizing the situation. It's getting like all crazy, and it's like the camera, right? So think of like, regardless what scene is, you're using a camera to literalize it like that. But yeah, it's really good. I love your comics a lot. I like the colors too. I especially like that each one had its own like color palette. Like this one was red, this one was blue, and the other one was yellow. And I was like, well, that's really cool. There's like a very distinct difference between these. So yeah, I hope that wasn't too much information, Chatty. I hope that kind of gave you a direction and didn't break your brain or your heart. Like Alori always does to me. Oh. But yeah. And then lastly, or I guess third to lastly, because more people posted, is Aliens. And he's got a shirt. He's like, Gah. He's got to have the mouth in here too. Oh wow, Quocomo. That's really good. Quocomo's got some really nice stuff. I like this use of perspective. Oops. It's gonna be hard because you have to make these things like windows, right? Be like, oh, windows. Oops. Xenomorph. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. You're gonna have to start breaking these things down into shapes, right? So if like, I don't know how Xenomorph legs go. I think they go forward and then they go back, right? So you'll have to break them down into, let's say its butt is a sphere, and then even if you wanted to say those legs are a sphere, like this, they kind of go like that, right? Because if this is coming out towards you, you're gonna see like this shape here because of this square, but then you're making it a circle because of that, right? So it's like, it's a cylinder, and then it goes back as a cylinder, and then it goes forward as a cylinder, and then these claws come down. So you're going to actually see the top of these claws because the foot itself would be like this shape here, right? Just broken it up into three parts for like three-pronged. I don't know what their feet look like, but something like that. Yeah, the legs are pretty difficult. Not going to lie. But like stressing yourself over it and working at it and just like relax and let yourself fail forward. Just like, I'm going to fall and it's going to hurt, but it's necessary to like improve, right? So very nice. Always, I think the fact that you're even doing perspective at like your earlier stages of drawing is really nice. You're going to be super good at it. Perspective is kind of fun, but also gives me a headache at the same time. Yes, I agree. I used to have super crazy trouble with perspective. Excuse me, I'm sorry. All this talking is like ruining my voice. I don't know how teachers do this all day. And I don't know why my voice only gets ruined when I'm like doing critique time. Unpin message. Thank you. Okay, that was so helpful, and I will so apply these methods and color tactics in the future. It was absolutely the best advice I could have gotten with this comic project of mine. Thank you so much. Oh, it's my pleasure, Chadi. I'm glad I didn't break your heart. Or like, I'm not trying to tear anyone down here. I'm trying to give you advice that when I was learning to draw, then I wish somebody gave to me. But because I grew up in like a vacuum, right? Like there was nobody around to be like, hey, you should do this or do that. Like nobody cared about what I was doing. So I'm like, okay, so I guess I have to look for mentors. And so I found one of my great friends, Zumi. He teaches in the University of Peru now, and he's a fantastic artist. He's like, oh, you need to do this with color and that with color. I'm like, awesome. And then my other friend, dang, I feel bad for not having their names on like the top of my head. I forget what his name is. We call him Tachi. He's really good too, and he's like, oh, your animal anatomy needs to be more like this, and like think of bone structures and all of these things. And I'm like, you got it. And so I'm like refining, and then Kez was like, hey, you need to learn values, and I'm like, what are values? And she's like, you got to do it like this. And then I started taking classes to really like lock in what I needed to do. So without those people, those like wonderful mentors being like, hey, these are the things you need to improve on because they're glaring, obvious things that need changing, then I wouldn't have gotten to be doing stuff like this. So, yeah. Taylor, this is awesome. I like your text. I think, well, I don't know. I do like all this like light coming out. You always have like such a unique way of approaching this. Why does he have like mud all over him? That's so funny. But it is impressive that I know that it's mud. I think that's really cool that you can convey that with just one value type, one color. Wizard 101. And I like this color. Yeah. This is clearly Gentle Demon. That's so funny. I just realized that. The wizard team. Oh, it's my pleasure, Kono, and everyone else. It's my pleasure. Talking so much because you talk so much. Oof. Yeah, and the Iron Sultan. I like the different text for these two that like kind of fit into the same, like it has the feel of what it is you're talking about. So that's really cool. I like all this tea. Very nice. And your borders are really good tea. And then we have more. Oh my gosh. Wait, what happened? Quokka, you gotta put your stuff back up. Quokka. No. Posted again. It was almost Quokka's turn. I got gypped. Out of finishing critiques for Quokka. We'll give him some time before. Okay, he's responding good. Oh my gosh. I got embarrassed. I'm sorry. Don't be. We all noobs here, friend. I might use a little bit more blue over here. Well, maybe not. Maybe we'll get closer to this like lighter color here. I'm gonna eat the dog. Stop trying to eat my dog. You dog eater, you. It's me, or has there been no music? Oh, I'm so sorry. The music pauses, and I didn't even realize. There you go. The music's back on, friends. You can do, I don't even think this is my playlist anymore. Yes, chili dogs, pretzel dogs with squid ink. Stop. Stop putting squid ink in in my doggos. Okay, so I wanted to do the squirrels next, and I was using a 34 pixel line art for the characters. Cool. And then now I can do... sour milk. Sour, oh yeah, it was a chunky lemon milk and I forget what the other one was. Quokka, post your stuff up again, friend. We all want to see it. Okay, so I got these squirrels here. There it is. Oh, fancy. We got another one from Quokka. Yeah, Quokka's really good. He's really has some like really nice refined art. He understands like, or she understands color and stuff a lot. This almost reminds me of like Zelda, the nose. But I do like that you have this like really interesting separation. The characters almost look like their face is like an abstract art piece, and then the rest of them is like almost like a caricature. But there's this nice line right here, and then it goes like that, and then you can see it kind of, there's like a very distinct shape that he's going with. And you can see it here too. I do like that you have this nice thumbnail, is really beautiful, of like expression. Just like getting it down is really nice. Yeah, Quokka's like really mastered that art. You could always have like a little bit more of a highlight, but other than that, I think really you're just at the point of like just refining your own skill set, kind of like how I am, where it's like you have to look for specific studies to like get all that down now. Yeah, here's that mid-tone that I was talking about earlier for Akari. Remember, is how I was saying like you don't want to go too vibrant, because imagine if you did something like this, you know, it really distracts from the character. So you want something in the middle. Impressive even, yeah. Okay, she. Thank you, Quokka. Very nice Italiano accent. Yeah. So, like I said, there's little that I could say to improve it, because I think these flat colors where there's not, you're not trying to go super detailed. You're more like getting like almost like you're simplifying. It's almost like a minimalist, right? Where it's like, yeah, you could super get these like nice you know, what's it called, renders, right? But you want to simplify that, and I think you already know what you're doing in that regard. And I think that's awesome, because like, yeah, you can render these all day, but is that really the style that you personally want? And that's something that you have to decide as an artist at this level, which is exactly what you're doing, and I think that's awesome. So, yeah. So yeah, what do you want to do with this? Because that's like another thing, is like, what is your goal? I'm from Nintendo Land, Damon. Watermelon. Oh, it kind of is a watermelon. But yeah, all I was saying is like these little highlights kind of pull it out a little bit more and focus some attention on like the nice clothes that you've decided. Whether or not that's even something you're interested in, it's just an idea. Just having one more layer of highlight, but it looks like you already know what you're doing with that, and that could just be like my own personal style pulling out, you know. But I am interested to see like what you plan to do. Sorry, it wouldn't send for a second. Also, it's a work in progress. Very nice, very nice. It's an epic pineapple dress. Right, right. It's a work in progress now. I'm just trying to get my OC's vibe down. For what though? Like, what is your end game? What's your Avengers end game? You know, your grand goal with this, if you don't mind me asking. Does anybody know what game this is from? Ah, pulled it apart. Maybe if I have him go behind this right here. Hold on. Lol, to be honest, I don't have a goal with my art other to have fun and improve. Right, and so you're about where I am. And hopefully make money on the side, right? That's not a bad thing, because once you do decide what you want to do, you have more than enough skill to do it. So I think that's really good. And I think the just wanting to improve is like one of the best things you can do as an artist, because you're not being held back by this idea of like, oh, I need to make money or I need to do that. You're just solely practicing on creating, you know, creating and refining, I guess. Exactly. Steven Universe. It might be too late now, but I do have a little pic of an actual OC I have. Do it, Chatty. Post it up. I'll still critique it. I'll still show it off. Ote, don't forget about the Twisted Art Challenge. It starts tomorrow. Oh, Kona, what is the Twisted Art Challenge? I want to know. Explain this. Oh, this is so strenuous. Oh, this is cool. This looks like something that would be from Team Fortress. I guess technically it is because there's like hats in the game, right? It could be like a soldier or something. I don't even know what character this would be in that game. Maybe it's not even supposed to be from TF, but like I could definitely see how your style is influenced by that game, which is really cool. There's nothing wrong with it. Bruh, really? Mr. Squirrel. It's where you pick a kid cartoon or any of your favorite cartoon characters and make them into a scary monster. Ooh, I like that. We're doing like a drawing where we turn like something cute into something scary, like a Pikachu into a scary monster. Yeah, what Kono said. He's a soldier. I knew it. Got it right. It's because you have the hat and then you also have the soldier colors. I love the corns. You mean the horns? He doesn't have like corn on the cob. It's not like these corn on the cob like this. He just has corn on the cobs coming down, sticking out of his head. Wow, that's wild. Canned bread. It's a real thing. What? No, it's not. There's no way. I know, me too, and Burger in a Can, that one guy did a video review. What the heck, guys? Canned bread. Can we stop? What? There's no way. This is not a thing. This is a thing. Brown bread. Fat-free, no cholesterol. I mean, I guess it makes sense. There's like raisin bread too? And then you said canned hamburger with bun. Oops. What the heck, guys? Burger in a can. Give me... I need to find it. Hold on. Cheeseburger in a can. In a bag. In a can. This is apparently also a real thing. Can the human race just stop? This is kind of disgusting. I feel like this has to be fake. There's no way this can be real. This looks so gross. Even the can is disgusted. How do you cook it? Looks like it's got teeth. It just needs eyes. Wow. You guys are so ridiculous. The bread one is real, unless it's Photoshop at least. We need a canned memes now. What the gross, lol, lol. I mean, this has to be fake. This looks like a, yeah, this is like a tuna, right? Trekking Mazlete.d. I don't know what that is. This looks too weird. You can open, it's like a ready-to-eat burger. What? I mean, I don't know. I feel like humans are just so weird. Chunky milk in a can. No more chunky milk. Chunky lemon milk. I know some places in Asia, canned bread are sold in some of the vending machines. What the heck? I mean, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. Thick water. Canned water. The worst one would be a fruit cake in a can because it's technically a bread. I mean, it looked like a fruit cake is the thing. Oof, thick water. Oh my gosh, now I gotta look that up. What the heck is thick water? What is it though? Thicket. Clear advantage. Thickened water. Is it actually supposed to be like a honey or something? Carbonated water? No, because you'd see bubbles, I think. Nah. Is it a soap? And then there's this. There's thick water pudding cups. This has to be photoshopped. It's like a texture thing, but is it... How say holy water? Canned water. No BPA lining. What? This is a thing? Dasani has water in a can? I don't get it. That's too weird. Drinking. Pop open a fresh tab of drinking water. You guys are just too much. Was fresher tasting? I don't know. I think it would taste like the can itself now. Oh, I see. It's supposed to help people who have digestion problems and can't swallow get hydrated. Well, I was thinking like it's not. You can literally go by it. Yeah, canned water I feel like is pretty standard. I wonder if canned water was fresher tasting because I think soda is better from a can. Well, soda and can just has like different carbonation, not carbonation. What is it? It's the syrup. It's really like the syrup concentrate that they use, and like you can drink a can of soda or like a 20 ounce or a 2 liter. The 2 liter is gonna have less, I feel like, because it kind of like starts sinking to the bottom. Jace, crapping over a fresh can of water with the boys. That's too much. I should have some more yellow over here to like counteract these 3 things. Maybe some right here to bring back in. Sinking to the bottom, no problem. Just shake up your soda, friends. That's so funny. Explosive experience. Oh my gosh. That's too much. Oh yeah, I wanted a hole in the tree like here, so he's looking down. He's looking a little bit more that way, but that's fine. Canned squirrel, canned dog, canned hot dog. The card is just trying to eat all my critters. Stop. Oh, thanks, Gentle Demon. Like the video, guys. I appreciate that, friend. Gentle Demon's got my back. He's like, hey, you boys want to be a cool puppers? Like the vid. Hey, want to be a successful YouTuber? Then buy likes in a can. Wow. 2 Mr. Squirrels. Wait for it. 3 Mr. Squirrels. You never saw it coming, fam. You're like, wow, a squirrel for me. Alright, cool. So now I can do this. Oh, whoops. Not that one. This one. And then I can do this one. And then I can color the squirrels. Dodge. Hopes and dreams in a can. If only I were good at writing. Oh my gosh. I think you're pretty good at writing, J Bonet. I think it goes back into like the same thing with any art, is like you do your rough draft and then you like kind of clean it up, then you tighten it up, and then you go over it with another clean, like really nice precision, and then you do it one more time. Oof, that's a lot of work. Yes, it is. But also studying helps a lot, because it's important to know what your characters want from the story, right? Like, characters don't just appear on the page, they have a purpose. Squirrel. Square eels. Square eels. And maybe make them a little bit more of like this red color here. Kind of like the Doge. Actually, I can get rid of all these colors too. Cool. Toes. Don't inspire me to go back to my Wattpad days. I never wrote fanfic, but I wanted to be an author. Hey, there's nothing wrong with fan fiction. It's like, I think it's a really good step in being a better writer, right? Because you start with something you love, and it already has like kind of these characters that that don't need further development, so you can just kind of jump right in and be like, oh, Ronald Weasley, I love you so, and I wish you could have the romantic story that you deserve for such a brave boy. And he's like, oh, Hermione. Actually, okay, Hermione's not his sister. That's good. He'd be like, oh, Hermione, I love you so. Let's go. What do they call it? Snog. Let's go snog in the closet of horrors. And here, Castle of Hogwarts, School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Oh, Ronald Weasley, you're such a handsome soul. It's like, oh wow, this is spicy. No. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with fanfic. I think everybody should do it. Well, I gotta go. My phone's gonna die. Alright, Kano. Thanks for joining, friend. Hi, can I have a shout out again? Check out Epic Gamer Boys Minecraft channel. If you like the Minecraft and you like Epic Gamer Boys, then that's the place to be. There you go. That's your 10-second commercial. That's your 3-second commercial, friend. There we go. Now they're gonna stand out from the background. See? Because they got that nice red that the dog has, and it's the only really vibrant red on the piece. Even, ooh, Minecraft. Given, welcome back, friend. It's always a pleasure. Been a long time since I've been here. Glad to see you haven't changed a bit. I try not to. You should dab. Dabbed. Each dab deserves 20 likes. Let's see. It's pretty good. It's exhausting. There's a lot of talking when I stream, and at a certain point my voice starts to give out, and that feels no good. Vlog for this weekend. You got it. I'll make a vlog. Maybe I'll post it on Instagram or something. I kind of want to place these little hood rats somewhere, like maybe here. There we go. That's not bad. Have them kind of peeking out of the tree like that. Compared to before, where it was just kind of like in the tree like this. This one's kind of nice. I feel like he should be turned a little bit more. Oops. Maybe. Oh no, his leg. Should be like right here more, I think. So he lines up with this line here. And then this character should. The hole's fine. It's not my favorite thing, but it's good enough, and I think this character's alright. I just need to fix his tail because I erased it earlier. Oof. feels bad. There we go. That's not too bad. I'll have to redo that one. This one fit in pretty nice. Hold on. Pina colada. How's your day going? My day's well. Pina colada. Oh, rip, voice go bye-bye. Yeah, I know. It hurts my throat a lot right now. Why can you no longer visit someone's channel on streams? I don't know. I don't know why. Like, if YouTube has a lot of weird stuff. I think it's because people would just post like in streaming community, there's like those kids that'll come in and just post like links to their channel just for the clicks and stuff. So I think it's a way to make it so that there's no reason for them to like even try doing that. Vlog for this weekend. Can you make a vlog? Pilferpup's vlogs. Yeah, Pilfer vlogs. Pilf vlogs. I need a Pilfer puppy vlogs. Alright, Gentle Demon, I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna eat that tree. Stop eating my... A car just like, just eating everything. You what? I deleted my comment. Oh, you're so right. I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, so I'm sure it's something like that. Yeah. Maybe it kind of sucks. I would subscribe Game On, but I can't find your channel. It's, I think it's like Epic Gamer Boys. YouTube. There's a lot of Epic Gamer. Oh, yeah, it's this one. I might be able to link it. There you go, yeah. I think it's this. I don't know if that link works or not. It works for me, but there you go. I'll link it for you. Thanks for the like, Epic Gamer Boys. I appreciate it. Works. Cool. What an epic gamer. Also a boy. It's very literal. Tree, oh whoa, dog, squirrel, grass. A car is like, give me it all, I'm hungry. She's like, I will eat all of it. We gotta do another channel banner at some point. Those were fun. It's okay, Epic Gamer Boys. My video is really bad too. Plus my gaming videos. Oh my gosh. Sounds like a meal. The car is like, just lay it all on a platter for me. I'm going in. Chompers are ready. Your new name is Chompers. Akari-san's crush renamed to Chompers. It's hair. It's hair. We're all trying to make it in this YouTube world. I mean, I'm going to be switching over to Twitch at some point. YouTube's not pulling its weight in being a service worthy of streaming on. Okay, so now we got this good stuff here. I need to get rid of... I need to get rid of the line art for some of this. Oops. There we go. That's pretty good. The Triangle of Squirrels. The Squirrels 3. What? My crush? Yeah, who is Akari-san's crush? Is it Akari? Is it Sans? Yeah, I think Twitch is a lot better for the stuff you do. Thank you. I appreciate that. I agree, but I don't know how to work it. Video on my phone. Press F. F's in chat, boys. We got another fallen one. F. I liked F. Got to go. Sorry, I'll see you later, Epic Gamer boy. It's your boy. Boy. Oh, I need to move the dog first before I do that. Doge. Burp. Oops. What if his leg went back a little bit to like press against that? No. Maybe he needs to like actually just be standing on the branch completely. Like here. That might work better. On a tree. It's a joke, don't press F, no! No, I mean, it's not like it's in my name or anything. Q. Oh, Sans Crush is Akari. What is Crush? It's a type of sody pop. Yeah, drink it. $350 subs by the end of the year. That's it. I just get like another 44 or another 42 and that's it. Feels bad to grow so slow. And alright guys, I think this is a good place to stop for the night. It's been a good 2 hours and 50 minutes of streaming. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. It was really fun. You guys made a really good time. I don't know how the stream was going to go tonight. I was just like, it's time to stream and work on some work. But it was really good. So thanks so much. Oh, YouTube is such a quick attention span platform. Sadly, a lot of people don't have the patience to watch something like this. Twitch people seem to love to vibe. Yeah, Twitch people seem to go on there with just turning it on in the background, where YouTube just wants that instant information. I appreciate that insight too. I never really thought of it that way. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks Quokamo for showing us some of your wonderful art, and Given for showing up again. It's always a pleasure, friend. Akari Sands. Keep up your great anime art. I can't wait to see what you post next. And thanks so much for hanging out, all. Okay, thank you for the stream. J-Bone, it's always a pleasure having you, friend. I can't wait to see more of your animal art. It's always so nice. Yeah. Peace, my dude. Couldn't stay for long anyways, lol. I will be back. Alright, Kokomo, thanks. Have a great night. Stay safe, Wolf. Bye. Bye.